Once the Ciroc vs. Effin' Vodka wars got put on ice, 50 Cent still would go out of his way to beef with and diss Diddy. One of the biggest and most disrespectful run-ins in this beef would be when 50 appeared on The Breakfast Club at the start of 2018, where Charlemagne would ask him why he always calls Diddy gay, reading a recent post that 50 made going at Diddy, where 50 posted from the hospital saying that he was recovering from pettiness and that his followers will soon be gay and happy, dissing Diddy to say that you're now under the leadership of Puff Daddy and that you need to report to the nearest rainbow, with 50 denying that he actually called Diddy gay in the post.
If when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner Thieves in theaters January 19th.
That's why I get tired. I was like, where does Dinner Thieves get tired?
50 would go on to say that he was only making fun of Diddy's recent interview on the Drink Champs, where Diddy made sus comments about Fabulous not coming to his parties.
The Drink Champs.
Yes.
And he go, when he do it, he says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Incense has gone off. When people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable.
Diddy would respond to that in his own interview on The Breakfast Club in the following weeks, confirming that he did indeed offer 50 to go shopping, sideswiping at him, saying the only reason he did this is because he looked like he needed new clothes.
I asked 50 about that, and he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
Diddy went on to say that he has no beef with 50, implying that it's 50 who's actually obsessed with him.
I don't have no beef with Fifth. He loves me. I mean, y'all can't see it.
No, we can't see it.
Y'all can't see that he loves me?
But see,
you really, hold on, you really think that's hate? When you really break it down, you've been out here a long time. You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
Okay.
It feels like something must have happened though, like that we just don't know about behind the scenes.
He loves me. Sometimes people that feel like they don't like you and they act like that, they really love you. I mean, it's something about me that has him on me all the time, and I'm not going nowhere.
Diddy would then say that he doesn't understand what 50's problem is, and saying that they're not cut from the same cloth.
No,
I don't. Both the same.
No, we are not.
Okay,
we are not the same.
But, I mean,
we are
as
not
far as
cut
the
from
way
the
you
same
guys
cloth.
work hard.
Diddy would also say something that I'm not sure anybody believed, that he doesn't think of any other men, and calling 50 a gnat.
I don't even think of no other man. Besides, if I'm thinking about another man, I'm thinking about uplifting. I'm not thinking about all that. All them gnats, they can't really touch me. At the end of the day, y'all see and y'all know what it is.
Diddy ends the segment saying that he doesn't take 50 seriously and knows that 50 has a sense of humor and that the jabs are all part of his personality.
When he does that, it's like funny to me. I don't really take it personal. I know he has a different sense of humor and he's just not in my life. We don't have to never cross paths, and I will never say nothing negative about him. Because that's just not me.
A few days after this, a clip of Diddy appearing on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen circulates, where Diddy addresses his relationship with 50 Cent and tells him that he believes 50 loves him and that he only disses him because he's insecure.
50 Cent has thrown a few insults your way recently. He called you a fruit boot biscuit, among other things. Have you talked to him about this, and why do you think he's throwing insults at you?
He loves me.
He loves you?
Loves me.
And so it's out of love?
I mean, or some insecurities.
Yeah.
It's things that people have to deal with, but I'm me, and I'm here.
However, Diddy would go on to claim that his relationship with 50 was good at that point, indicating that at this point, the beef had truly cooled down.
Are you two good?
Oh yeah, we got. I don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's not really a big deal to me. It doesn't affect my life.
Yes.
Diddy may well have been spitting facts, as what happened next was an unexpected tragedy that saw things go in a completely different direction. Later in 2018, when Diddy's ex Kim Porter passed away, 50 Cent would seemingly set the beef aside for a moment, making a heartfelt tribute on Twitter, saying, "R.I.P. to Kim Porter. I send my condolences to her friends and family. She was loved and will be missed dearly. I know Puff is hit right now. He loved her for real. Soulmate type stuff. Chin up, Puff. Positive vibes only." This would seemingly lead 50 Cent to leave Diddy alone for a while. In fact, for a period of time, 50 would actually even show support for Diddy, posting that he agreed with Diddy's comments about Comcast being racist amid a discrimination lawsuit against the company. In May 2020, when Southwest Tea from BMF was released, 50 made a post saying that Puffy owes him money and that 50's ready to collect on his behalf. Now, you all know that 50 Cent's very good at collecting debts. Go watch that video about that if you want to know. But anyway, this seemingly worked, as T would later post that he'd been contacted by Diddy on a positive vibe and that they had handled handled business, with 50 seemingly taking responsibility for the money landing. Ultimately, things would be getting worse and worse for Diddy, and naturally, Fiddy would be rubbing his hands together like Birdman, ready to gloat and twist the knife. Interestingly, the beef would be reignited in 2021 when it emerged that Diddy was actually dating the mother of one of 50's children, Daphne Joy. On April 2021, 50 reacted to his baby mother Daphne Joy dating Diddy, saying that they fight over business, not girls, and that if he likes her, he doesn't give an F. Funnily enough, the ever-petty 50 Cent would actually end up having his own business connection to Diddy's children. In the summer of 2019, 50 would post that he'd turned up in Miami for his birthday with Diddy's son Justin, posting a video of them at the party and a caption saying, "Man, Puffy got some cool ass kids. Yeah, Justin alright man, I don't F with dude's kids. That was Yayo slapping Jimmy's son," a reference to the incident where 50 caught rival executive and drug kingpin Jimmy Henchman's 14-year-old son with Tony Yayo and Lodi Mack, where Henchman's son was actually slapped, an incident that resulted in another attempt on 50's life and the murder of Lodi Mack, which saw Jimmy Henchman convicted and hit with 2 life sentences. It would seem that perhaps after Justin partied with 50, his father Diddy told him not to associate with the ops, with 50 making another post the following month saying if Puffy doesn't let his sons Prince and Justin come out to party with him again, then 50 would be taking Ciroc off the party menu. But 50 would do even more to try and connect with Diddy's children as years went by. 2 years later, he would end up giving Diddy's adopted son Quincy a role in his 2021 TV series Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, something that he would discuss with reference to Diddy on Twitter, saying that he saw his acting tapes and said he's so good that he's gonna stop fighting with Puffy. But 50 would follow up with more jokes about Diddy's relationship with his baby's mother in September 2021, posting a picture of his son with Daphne's sire and a caption reading, "Oh, that's your mommy over there with Puffy? LOL. Remember what I told you the other day? These be crazy. Shake my head." This seemingly didn't discourage Daphne from sipping that Puffy juice too, and she would clap back in a comment on the post saying that she never bothers 50 and wants to be left alone. Then, in November 2022, she'd publicly wished Diddy a happy birthday, posting a pic of them together and calling him her favorite person. Now, 50 Cent seemed genuinely unbothered about the situation, and in an interview a few years later, he would claim that he hadn't kissed Daphne on the mouth for 10 years, so somebody got to do it.
You know, City Girls up like a month.
Did you do that just to fuck with Diddy?
No. That was ahead of the thing with Daphne or whatever like that. But y'all, man, I ain't kissed in the mouth in 10 years, man. Somebody got to kiss him.
However, it would seem that 50 had the last laugh in that situation, but it wouldn't be for a few years until Diddy's downfall truly begun. And while this isn't a video about Diddy's downfall, ultimately it would be one thing after another for the marred mogul. And every time something bad landed for Diddy, Fiddy was waiting in the wings ready to poke fun at it. On October 2023, after the arrest of one of Tupac's alleged killers, Keefe D, reports would circulate that Diddy might have been the person who arranged the murder with an alleged $1 million bounty. Reacting to the news with glee, 50 Cent would post the last picture of Tupac with a caption taking aim at Diddy saying, "Damn, so Pac got lined up by Brother Love. LOL. Time to lawyer up. This might get sticky." A day later, 50 Cent is on stage and makes even more comments, joking that he doesn't go to Diddy's parties because he doesn't want to get a hug from behind.
That's why I don't be going to them Puffy parties. Hug you from the front and the back at the same time.
And he would go on to allude to Diddy being involved in the death of Tupac.
Oh wait, maybe I said that my brother because he got Tupac killed.
Later, when Jada Pinkett Smith was going viral, 50 would do a now iconic post, editing her into the final picture of Tupac, and saying that Jada was in New York looking for Diddy so she could get back for Pac. It was almost as if 50 knew something big was on the way with Diddy, as only around a month after these skirmishes about the Tupac case, it would be in November 2023 that Diddy's downfall would truly begin to unfold, as Diddy's ex-girlfriend Cassie, whom 50 Cent had mentioned having compromising pictures of in the past, would drop a bombshell lawsuit outlining the horrendous behavior that Diddy had subjected her to for years. Now, this isn't a video about those allegations, and I won't be breaking them down here, but she essentially exposed the dark side of Diddy, accusing him of physical and sexual violence, as well as detailing the alleged freak-offs that she was forced to participate in. Now, Diddy denied the allegations at first, but in a telling change of fortunes, just one day after Cassie's lawsuit was filed, Diddy ended up settling with her, paying out a rumored 8-figure sum to avoid being exposed even further. In March 2024, footage emerged of a brutal physical assault that Diddy had carried out on Cassie years before, meaning that his post defending himself was pretty much a lie for the whole world to see. It was undeniable that Diddy not only lied about his innocence, but really was the violent monster that people accused him of being. We saw him on the tape. 50 would go on to make jokes about this, reposting the image of the beatdown to his Instagram account, along with a caption saying, "Now I'm sure Puffy didn't do it. He is innocent. This proves nothing. This is what his lawyers are going to say. God help us all." Now the world knew about Diddy's awful treatment of Cassie, there would be no denying it. And in March 2024, Diddy would take to social media to issue an apology, which is now infamous. 50 Cent wasted no time and immediately apparently sprung into his petty ways to provide commentary, posting an image of Diddy's apology with a caption saying, "This is not going to work. Who is advising him right now? Shake my head. Bad." And it didn't take long for 50 to jump into action and begin plans of financially capitalizing on his longest running op's downfall. After Diddy settled his lawsuit with Cassie, news broke that Diddy was stepping down as chairman of his media company Revolt, with 50 Cent seizing the opportunity and publicly offering Diddy to buy Revolt for the low, in a hilarious caption that read, "I'll buy that from you, Playboy, for the low, because you know Cadillac and AT&T gonna pull out. I'll give you a few dollars for it now. Sell it to me, then we can be friends. I'm serious. Call my phone." In December 2023, rumors would spread that 50 Cent was even developing a surviving R. Kelly-style documentary on Diddy's downfall, with 50 reposting the news, saying that he is the best producer for the job and that he has got a lot of receipts ready. From here, he would begin a relentless trolling campaign comparing Diddy to R. Kelly and teasing the title of his upcoming docu-series as being Diddy Do It. And when federal government raided Diddy's home in March 2024, 50 took to social media to update the title of the documentary from Diddy Do It to Diddy Done, and saying that the feds don't sweep your homes with this much force unless they really have a case, with the implication being that Diddy had been secretly filming lurid encounters with his celebrity friends and the feds were sweeping for the tapes. 50 would comment on this theory in brutal fashion, with another post showing the paperwork on the news that Diddy had secret cameras in every room of his house and had apparently recorded every celebrity encounter at his freak-off parties and beyond, with 50 captioning the post saying, "SMH, this is going to be so good. What you want to bet I'm going to get these tapes? I'll pay top dollar for them. You been over there? I don't go to Puffy's parties." And he would go on to make a hilarious tweet that seemed to put Diddy's face on renowned S-trafficker Jeffrey Epstein's face, with a caption saying, "Boosie said where the F is his friends? They not saying nothing because they didn't know he was recording everything. LOL, wait till I get the tapes." Diddy's son King Combs would eventually even drop a diss song on 50 Cent called Pick a Side. Now the song was as trash as the Combs family, and the track was essentially just Diddy's son throwing a tantrum because saying no Diddy had become viral, and I guess, you know, his dad's Diddy, that sucks. As well as dissing 50 directly, referencing his songs and saying it was the Combses who put New York City on the map, not 50 Cent. I mean, New York had actually been on the map a few hundred years before King Combs was even living inside of Diddy's nutsack, but anyway. 50 clapped back in a tweet, joking that he was scared of his life and that he had never mentioned Diddy's kids because Keefy D had killed Tupac. But the story was far from over, and Cassie wasn't the only woman in his orbit who would be dragged into legal trouble, as in April 2024, when even more legal paperwork circulated regarding Diddy's allegations in a $30 million lawsuit filed by former Diddy employee Lil Rod, the mother of 50 Cent's son Sire, Daphne Joy, was named in the indictment as being a sex worker employed by P. Diddy. More specifically, that she was paid a monthly stipend along with 2 other women to participate in the freak-offs. As articles circulated detailing the explosive allegations, 50 Cent would add fuel to the fire with a characteristically hilarious reaction, posting an image of himself smoking a cigar in the rain unbothered with a caption that read, "I didn't know you was a sex worker, you little sex worker, LOL. Yo, this stuff is like a movie." Now, Daphne herself would deny the allegation in a statement, claiming that the S-worker accusation was completely false and that she was planning to sue Lil Rod now. But 50 wasn't done here, and his next move would be a big one. According to TMZ, 50 Cent actually claimed to have made the decision to seek full custody of his son after Daphne was publicly labeled as a S-worker in Lil Rod's lawsuit. Allegedly, following this legal move, Daphne would fly off the handle and take to social media, clapping back at 50 with explosive allegations in an Instagram post where she accused him of having done some of the things that Diddy was accused of, as well as not spending time with his son. It would be the R-word allegation that escalated things to a serious new level, and 50 Cent wasn't about to let such a serious Diddy-level accusation slide. Firstly, 50 would respond in a statement circulated in The Hollywood Reporter denying the allegations against him and pointing out that he believed that she had falsely accused him of R in response to his move to seek custody of his son. According to later reporting by TMZ, following the statement, 50's lawyers contacted Daphne demanding a retraction of the allegations, which was met with a refusal and a request for millions of dollars and demands that 50 drop the custody case just in exchange for her taking down those posts, which 50 and his lawyers took to be an extortion attempt. Then, just over a month later, on May the 6th, 2024, 50 Cent would file a full defamation lawsuit against Daphne Joy for the statement she made online, which 50 Cent denied categorically. In response to this, Daphne would actually delete her statements against 50 from social media, with it later being reported she'd fully dropped the accusation of R-word against 50. However, as 50 pointed out, the damage was already done, and according to reports, 50's lawsuit claimed that Daphne's defamatory post had garnered over 22,000 likes and had already caused significant damage to his business reputation. According to one article, 50 Cent is actually seeking over $1 million in damages against Daphne for her alleged defamatory statements. Now right now, that's still an outstanding case, but it could well be that Daphne Joy has dug a hole for herself so deep there's no way of getting out, even with Diddy support. But setting aside the beef with Daphne, 50 Cent's decades-long beef with Diddy was finally coming to a conclusion, which was nothing but W's for 50 Cent. In May 2024, it was reported that Netflix had won a bidding bidding war for 50 Cent's docuseries about Diddy, Diddy Do It. Interestingly, the last piece of the puzzle was a final chapter in the vodka wars that truly brought the Ciroc era to an end. In June 2023, before the full allegations dropped, Diddy would accuse Ciroc owner Diageo of racism, claiming the company failed to make promised investments in his brands, essentially saying Diageo claimed that the distribution for Diddy's drinks brands were limited to urban areas. But then in January 2024, after the allegations, Diddy dropped his racism lawsuit against Ciroc parent company Diageo, with it being reported that Diddy withdrew all claims of racism and that Diageo and Diddy's business partnership was completely over, likely with Diddy's legal problems putting him in an awful position to negotiate or accuse others of wrongdoing. After Diddy's downfall, rumors would circulate that Ciroc was actually looking to replace Diddy with 50 Cent as their new brand ambassador, and rumors circulated that a $100 million deal was on the table for 50 Cent to potentially step into Diddy's shoes as the main spokesman for Ciroc. However, this would seemingly turn out to be just a rumor, with 50 Cent issuing a denial explaining why he would never work with Ciroc, saying, "I own my brands. I wouldn't be an ambassador for Ciroc. I haven't seen anybody drinking that stuff lately. It's over. LOL. 50 made an interesting post on the topic in June 2024, discussing how racism played a role in the quality of the deals that Diddy got with Diageo for Ciroc and Suntory with Effin. But regardless of how Diddy was treated, the Ciroc era was truly over, and Diddy ultimately wound up with no ownership in the brand that he had made famous. Surely 50 would have been ecstatic at how things played out, and from here, he continued to poke at Diddy any opportunity that he got. On the 11th of June, 50 turned up to an apparent roast of Diddy, where the proceeds of the event were set to go to his victims, with 50 making a post saying that he thought Diddy might come and that he was ready with the shooters, by which he means videographers, of course. The most recent shade dropped by 50 came on July the 13th, as 50 Cent had recently announced his new G-Unit production studios in Shreveport, and he would joke that Diddy would be joining them in Shreveport before laughing and saying that if Diddy comes to the party, people will be waking up with sore butts.
Yeah, you're not gonna believe this, but I just got a call and Puffy's confirmed for Shreveport. It's lit! Nah.
Can't go around. Everybody be scared to drink. Coffee cups.
Wake up, your butt sore.
In the end, 50 Cent had the last laugh. And, well, there were a lot of laughs. And when Diddy Do It finally drops on Netflix, I have no doubt that 50 will be laughing all the way to the bank. When it comes to the chess game of the rap industry, there's few people you could point to as being as cold and calculated as 50 Cent. This wound up being a wild story and just proved once and for all that 50 Cent is pretty much unkillable, both physically and spiritually. It's looking like Diddy's downfall is potentially only just the beginning. Perhaps he will truly face justice for his alleged role in the Tupac murder, as well as his other allegations relating to his relationships with both women and men. Or perhaps he's rich and connected enough to find a way out of ever facing the music. But one thing is for sure, no matter what happens, 50 Cent will be there with a smile on his face.